What sneakers should you be wearing in 2023? Well, the pairs you like would be a good start, but if you want some recommendations, then I'm happy to help. In this video, I'm going to be talking about my current favourite sneakers on the market and the reasons why I like them. Anyway, we've got a lot to get through today, so I better get a move on. If you like this video at any point, please do leave it a like, and now that's all out the way, let's get into the sneakers. So the first sneakers I've got are from Onitsuka Tiger. Now I've said it in previous videos, but I think the Mexico 66 is going to be one of, if not the biggest sneaker of 2023. You could quote me on that if you like, but if it doesn't take off in 2023, then don't quote me on that. But I'm already seeing a lot of them, and I think you're going to see them everywhere this year. The yellow pair seem to be the most popular pair right now, and I think they'll continue to dominate, but my favourite pairs are the black and white pair, and I don't think you can go wrong with the classic white pair with the blue and red details. Black and white is just a lot more versatile than yellow, and I'm all about picking up versatile pieces. I also really don't like yellow. It's my least favourite colour, so that plays a huge role in why I don't like the yellow pair. But if you love yellow and you think you're going to get a lot of wear out of them, then the yellow pair are an option for you. But these sneakers are timeless, they go with pretty much anything, and that's exactly what I look out for when I'm buying a new pair of sneakers, or clothing in general for that matter. I remember back in the day when I was a young lad at school, everyone had a pair of these sneakers. They were popular before that, and they're still popular today, so they've definitely stood the test of time. I have actually been toying with the idea of picking up the black and white pair, and I might have already picked them up by the time you're watching this video. And if I do pick them up, then you'll definitely see them all over my Instagram page, if you follow me over there, of course. Was that a good sneaky way to plug my Instagram? I hope so. Anyway, a pair that I do already own, and a pair that I definitely recommend you check out, is the Onitsuka Tiger GSM. I picked these up in the white and black colorway, and although it's the worst time of year for white sneakers right now, it's winter here in the UK, I'll definitely get a lot of wear out of these in the spring and the summer. And actually, unlike the Mexicos, where the black colorway is my favorite colorway, I don't think the black works as well in the GSMs, which is why I picked them up in white. But yeah, Onitsuka Tigers, they're great shoes and they're timeless, so it's never a bad time to pick up a pair. So the next two shoes I've got are from Adidas. Unless you've been living under a rock or you just disagree for some reason, then you probably would have noticed that the Adidas Samba was everywhere in 2022, and I think it will still be very popular in 2023, but I'm not here to talk about those. Now don't get me wrong, the Sambas are a great shoe, but there's two pairs that I actually prefer over the Sambas at the moment, and the first of which are the Handball Specials. Now I actually own a pair of the Sambas in black, and I also own a pair of the Handballs, and I bought them both around the same time about 2 years ago, and since buying them I've worn the Sambas about 5 times, and I've worn the Handballs a lot. I just think with the Handballs, because of their suede upper, they give off a smarter look, and they're also more comfortable, I feel. And I know they look very similar to the Sambas, but for me, I think the Handballs work a lot better with my style. And the other Adidas model that I'm going to talk about are the indoor Gazelles. About 9 or 10 years ago, I used to work in the shoe shop office, and after a while of working there, I got really bored of the Gazelles. Now, Gazelles have always been popular, but when I was working there, they were ridiculously popular, and I'd spend most of my days just lacing up Gazelles, and I got really bored of them. Well, those and the Nike Blazer Mids, and don't even get me started on those. Have you ever laced up a pair of Blazer Mids and put them on for yourself? Yeah, I'd take lacing and putting on a Gazelle over those any day. Anyway, I digress. Luckily, all of my negative feelings towards the Adidas Gazelles has worn off over the years, and I do love them again. I think my favourite colourway in this shoe are the dark green pair, but I love all the colourways. Oh, not the yellow, apart from the yellow, but they're good as far as yellow goes. I love that slightly translucent sole on them, and I love their slim profile, and they're a really easy shoe to style. And also, if you like the Gucci Gazelles, then these are a great alternative because they're pretty much the exact same shoe, but a lot more affordable. If you want a pair that are a bit more fashion forward, then check out the Y3 Gazelles, and I'd recommend that you go for the black pair, because the lighter pair, although they look nice, they're going to get filthy. But the Y3s, they're a little bit different, and they are a little bit more out there, but they are becoming more popular these days. Next up, we've got Gats. Now there's loads of brands out there that offer their version of the Gat, so which pair should you go for? Well, if you don't mind spending an amount of money on some sneakers that you could use as a deposit for a house, then pick up the Mason Margiela pair. On the plus side, they last forever, they better do for that price, but they also look great even when they're really well worn in. But if you want some that are more affordable, then Navesta do a pair, and also Puma do a really nice pair. Oh, and also the brand Beckett Simonon, I think that's how you pronounce it, but they've got a pair for a more affordable price too. And if you want to save even more money, then just head to eBay and type in German Army Trainer, and they've got a load of vintage pairs on there for a really great price. Whichever pair you go for, you're going to get a similar look out of them, and I think they give off a great look. I also think Gats won't ever go out of style. Well, they might do one day, but not for a very long time, so I don't think there's ever a bad time to pick up a pair. I spent a fortune on my pair. I bought the Margiela pair, but I'll be wearing them for years and years, so I will get my money's worth. Well, that's what I tell myself anyway, and it does help me sleep at night. So next up, we've got a couple of pairs from New Balance. Now, if you've been following the channel for a while now, you'll know that I'm not much of a New Balance guy, and if I hadn't made that clear, then at least you know now. But saying that, I've always had a bit of a soft spot for the XC72s, and more recently, another pair that I'll talk about in just a sec. But the XC72s, they were actually a sneaker that I thought would really pop off, but they never really did, which is why I like them even more. Now, don't get me wrong, a lot of people do wear them, but they've had a much more slow and steady adoption compared to other New Balance sneakers out there, and I think it will work in their favour. When things get really popular really quickly, people tend to get bored of those items a lot quicker, including myself. So I like to go for the tortoise pieces in fashion rather than the hair, and I feel like these are a bit of a tortoise. I also think they look a little bit like one with the sole, don't you reckon? No? Just me? Okay. Anyway, even though these shoes do look a little bit odd, I still think they're a really easy shoe to style. They come in a load of different colorways, and yeah, I think they look great. And the next New Balance sneakers that I want to talk about are the RC30s. Now, a lot of you might be thinking, he's chosen two of the grossest looking New Balance sneakers out there, and why isn't he talking about the 990s? Now, I do like the look of the 990s, well, some of the pairs, but they're not really my style. I like the gross pairs. I just love the retro feel of the RC30s. I love the slim silhouette, and I think you can wear them with anything. But do let me know in the comments what you think about the XC72s and the RC30s. Do you like them? So the next sneaker is the Reebok Workout Plus. Now, everyone already knows about the Reebok Club C85s, and they're a great sneaker, and I'd highly recommend them. But if you want something a little bit different, then check out the Workout Plus. Now, my favorite colorway is the 87 TV version. They're in an off-white colorway, and it gives them more of a vintage feel, and I really like that. Now, these are very similar to the Club Cs, but they've got a little bit more going on, and they are slightly more chunky. Now, I think if these were any chunkier, they'd be too chunky for me, but they're just on the cusp. They just get away with it. But these sneakers, another one that stood the test of time. They have never really gone out of style since they were invented in '87, so I think they're a great sneaker to buy. The next one isn't really a sneaker, but it's the UGG Guard. Now, there's definitely divided opinions on this one, and I don't know where I sit on it currently, but I think it's a clever idea, and it's definitely interesting. But would I wear them on my sneakers? I don't think so. Now, UGG actually made these for their suede boots to give them more protection, but people have been throwing them on any pair of sneakers to give them a different look. But what do you think about them? Do you like them, or do you think they're ugly? I also think the Solomon XT6s are going to be very popular this year. They're not my kind of style, but you might like them. I also think Asics are going to be massive this year, and I do really like the look of their gel lights. They're not my kind of style, so I won't be wearing them, but I do really appreciate the look of them. Anyway, that's all I've got time for today. I hope you enjoyed that one. If you did, please do leave it a like. If you're new here, don't forget to hit subscribe, and I will see you all next week. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. See you later.